Okay, welcome back. So this last part of today's presentation is laughter yoga and the theory behind it. Laughter yoga is a very powerful form of therapy for helping us to become healthier, happier, and live more harmoniously. That's why we say laughter therapy or laughter yoga for health, happiness, and harmony. And because it is a very useful therapy, I then call it laughter therapy or laugh therapy. Now, I want to begin by telling you a few very important things that has happened to me when I first got involved with laughter therapy or laughter yoga. Before I got involved with laughter yoga, I had all along until now still been going around from Buddhist center to Buddhist center to give Dharma sharing. And when a few of my Dharma friends heard that I am promoting laughter yoga, a couple of them got a little bit judgmental about it and say, oh, this is not what the Buddha taught, And because they got hooked on to the word laughter, thinking that laughter is not wholesome. So one of the things I'm going to present to you now is to show you and share with you that there is absolutely nothing in laughter yoga that violates any good teaching in this world. Whether it is Buddhist teaching or Christian teaching or Islamic teaching or any kind of spiritual teaching, there is nothing in laughter yoga that actually violates it. And in fact, there are a few very important things about the practice of laughter yoga and the use of laughter yoga as a therapy that actually supports whether you're talking about Christian teaching or Buddhist teaching or Islamic teachings and so on. Before we talk about these spiritual or religious teachings, I just want to point out to you how important laughter is in the mundane world, in our everyday physical world. And one of the greatest motivational guru from the past, Ralph Waldo Emerson, he was once asked this question: what does it take to be successful? How can you call a person to be successful? And this was his answer. What it means to become successful, he says, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to leave the world a better place, to know one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. You see how important it is? Even very well-known motivational guru and philosopher, support the importance of laughter, and that to laugh often and much. It is important. A successful person, a truly successful person, you will find him laughing all the time. Have you ever seen a truly successful person looking or frowning all day long? Yeah, you don't. A truly successful person is laughing. Yeah.
Mr. Trump.
He's laughing. He is laughing more than crying, Even if you call him a liar, he's laughing. Yeah. And it says to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, which means laughter itself does not create disrespect. And laughter can be used to win the affection of children and to leave the world a better place. Which means after all that is said and done, at the end of the day, after you have lived through your life, something good has come out of your life. And what good? To know one life has breathed easier because you have lived. Which means you have done something to help someone along the way. And I'm very thankful. I must say sadhu to all of you in the OPT that you have done so much to help so many people. Thank you very much. I wish you all the blessings in the world. Well done. That you are leaving the world a better place, and you are making sure that there are people who have breathed easier because of you, because of your efforts. Thank you so much. And this is to have succeeded. So in the mundane world, this is really important, that laughter can help. Then Then we talk about the spiritual, and I'll go specifically into Buddhism. There are people in the Buddhist circle who criticize laughter yoga and who judge it simply because of the word laughter. But you look at what the Buddha said. Health is the highest gain. Contentment, the greatest asset. The trustworthy are the best kinsmen or fellowship, your fellow men. And Nibbana is the supreme bliss. Except for the last one. 1, 2, and 3. That's what laughter yoga does. Laughter yoga is good for your health. Health is the highest gain. The purpose of practicing laughter yoga is really to help improve our health. And another purpose of practicing laughter yoga is to cultivate and inspire happiness and contentment. Right? Contentment means being pleased with the situation and not being judgmental or upset and criticizing and unhappy with the situation. Contentment. So laughter yoga can promote contentment here and now. And when you laugh with friends, you have a laughter club and you have a laughter circle of people around you, you are building fellowship, you're building harmony. And harmony with these people, harmony with people you appreciate and trust and enjoy fellowship together. That is the best kinsman. So you can see there are so many things about laughter yoga that is consistent with the good teachings of the Buddha too, right? Without any disrespect to other religions, this is also consistent with many religions. In fact, I have a very good friend, I want to point out to you, a very good friend in the Philippines. He's a very, very faithful and strong Christian. He is the champion of laughter yoga in the Philippines. Right? Paulo Martin Trinidad is his name. And he is the one who actually gave a few talks on how laughter yoga is consistent with the good teachings of Jesus Christ. So maybe I hope one day I can get him to visit Malaysia. I can get him to share from another religious point of view what laughter yoga can do to this world. Right? So let's go straight into the content of laughter yoga. So what is laughter yoga and what is laughter therapy? Laughter yoga or laughter therapy is not about laughing, even though you use the word laughter. It is really about breathing, improving oxygen intake. And we have already talked a lot about that. It's about exercising the diaphragm. Right? Because you are actually exercising the diaphragm, allowing the diaphragm to jump up and down. Remember, when you laugh, your diaphragm is bouncing up and down, releasing good hormones. It is about activating this relaxation response in the body, which is the opposite of stress reaction, and that is parasympathetic nervous system reaction. That is the opposite of the sympathetic nervous system reaction, which is stress. And it is involving exercises, non-strenuous aerobic and cardiovascular workout. You know, we did quite a bit of exercises. A little bit of sweat came out, not too much, but enough for us to call it a workout. And cultivating attention and awareness, which is mindfulness. And strengthening our immune system in the process because of these good hormones and because of the natural intake of oxygen. So what is laughter yoga all about? It is not about laughing, it is about breathing, it is about exercising the diaphragm, it is about releasing good hormones, it is about producing this relaxation response, which is the opposite of the stress response, and it is about a workout, cardiovascular and aerobic workout. It is about attention, awareness, and immune system. Now, if we were to practice it as a group, which is what we are doing today, the group laughter therapy, what else does it do? Laughter yoga as a group exercise promotes selfless interaction. When we were interacting, were we egoistic? Did we feel that we had ego? No, selfless. And it forges human to human bonding. We were all happy, experiencing fellowship, and encourages humility. Some people here are very high level. You are very successful in your business. Some of you here are just doing quite well, and some may not have a job or may be retired or whatever. We are all at different levels of the strata of this economic levels, and yet we are all feeling as one. There is no distinction, So there's no distinction. There's a lot of humility being encouraged. And empathy. We're feeling for each other as we are going along with these exercises. It improves this relationship. Right? I'm sure you feel closer to one another after all these exercises. And it breaks down inhibitions. There is no inhibition thinking that, oh, I'm higher level, you are not so high, and I should do this, I shouldn't do this. The should and shouldn't. Judgmental mind comes in. And also breaking down this breaking down judgment. Cultivating non-judgmental mind. And learning to live in the moment. Now tell me, is there anything here which violates any teaching in Buddhism or Christianity or Islam? Nothing. If anything, it is supporting and promoting all the good teachings of all the good religions in the world. To be selfless, to bond, to be humble, and to feel for each other, to build good relationships, to not be judgmental, and finally to live in the moment. So let's take a look at Laughter Yoga internationally. What Laughter Yoga, I must now just give you a brief history. I went to Bangalore to learn Laughter Yoga from the founder, Dr. Madan Kataria. He founded it in 1995, 22 years ago. And I went there and to be trained. So I have quite a number of people I want to be thankful for this, for bringing me to this level, this state where I am able to share with you Laughter Yoga. The first person I want to be thankful for is my good friend. He's also a Buddhist, T.C. Lim in Johor Bahru. Wonderful guy. I think some of you may know him from Facebook. Right? Wonderful guy. He's in Johor Bahru, very active with Metta Lodge. And another person, a very good friend, a lady, Lee Jean. He was actually one of the first Laughter Yoga teachers in this country. These two were the first two people to introduce me to Laughter Yoga. So I went down, they are in Johor Bahru. So I went down to Johor Bahru last year to join one of the conferences they're having, their first conference, and they invited Dr. Madan Kataria, and that's where I met the founder, Dr. Madan Kataria, who then invited me to go to Bangalore to learn Laughter Yoga. So in January I flew to Bangalore, and then I learned to become a Laughter Yoga teacher. Actually before that, in November, I went down to Singapore to learn from T.C. Lim to become a Laughter Yoga leader. That means to learn how to conduct a Laughter Yoga session. And that was my first real proper training in Laughter Yoga. And then in January I went to Bangalore all the way and spent 8 days there. 5 days as a Laughter Yoga teacher and 3 days for a spiritual retreat with Dr. Madan Kataria. 8 days with Dr. Madan Kataria, the founder. And I learned and became certified as a Laughter Yoga teacher. Now as a certified Laughter Yoga teacher, I am qualified to actually teach Laughter Yoga leaders. That means people who become facilitators, or we could call it Laughter Yoga facilitators. So I hope to conduct one of these courses in the future. But of course, they won't be free, because this is a 2 full day program. And the person will receive a certificate from the Laughter Yoga University that states very clearly you're now certified as a Laughter Yoga leader, which is someone now skilled to lead, facilitate Laughter Yoga sessions. Right? And so I'm very thankful to Dr. Madan Kataria for teaching me the finer details of Laughter Yoga and for certifying me as a Laughter Yoga teacher. So I have to be very thankful. As I mentioned earlier on, gratitude to all our blessings is a very important aspect of how to be happy. And this is one of the secrets to be happy, to be grateful to the people who have helped you. Right? So when we talk about Laughter Yoga, the concept and philosophy behind it, there are 6 important things we have to consider. Now I adapted this from the original lessons I learned. Originally I was taught 5 points. I added one more. The 6th one I added on. This is a Billy Tan add-on. Okay, so the first thing about Laughter Yoga is that Laughter Yoga is a unique concept where anyone can laugh for no reason at all. We do not need humor, jokes, or comedy. And the second thing about Laughter Yoga is that when it is initiated as a group exercise, and you have experienced it, and we use eye contact, then we engage in childlike playfulness. Sooner or later, this laughter turns into real and contagious laughter. And the third thing is that it is called laughter yoga. The reason it is called laughter yoga, the word yoga, is because it combines laughter exercises with yoga deep breathing exercises. That's where the yoga part comes in, the breathing part. And it to help bring more oxygen to the body and the brain. And this actually helps to make us feel fresh, make us feel energetic, and make us feel healthier. And then the fourth thing is that the concept of laughter yoga, it is based on scientific fact. The scientific fact is that the brain and the body cannot differentiate between fake laughter and real laughter if it is done willingly, done with willingness. Which means we all engage in consciously enjoying laughter yoga, that is with willingness. No one is being forced to do that. And when we do that, we derive the same physiological and psychological benefits from laughter yoga, whether it is a fake laughter or a real laughter. And this is what we call fake it till you make it. Right? So, and then the fifth point is that it was first developed in 1995 in a Mumbai park by Dr. Madan Kataria, the founder. He's a medical doctor, and therefore there is a lot of very strong medical reasons behind laughter yoga. And originally there were only 5 people, but today it has spread over to more than 105 countries with thousands of laughter yoga clubs everywhere. So this has spread worldwide in such a short time, 22 years. Right? So, and finally, I added one last point, that there are now enriched versions of laughter yoga, which some people call laughter therapy, or I call it laughter therapy. And these are enriched versions of laughter yoga, where I have added in localized initiatives to add value. And I have done my part of it. I call this the mindfulness-based emotional composure with laughter therapy. So that is my contribution to the world of laughter therapy. And my good friend Paulo Martin Trinidad in Philippines, he created his version called the Pinoy Laughter Yoga, where he added additional things. He is a psychologist by profession. He actually does a lot of counseling and helping a lot of people. He's a wonderful guy. I'm very, very happy to have met him. He's in fact my inspiration in laughter yoga. In the Philippines, he does a lot of laughter yoga sessions for free. And where does he do it? He goes to drug rehabilitation centers. He goes to prisons. He goes to homes for abused children, homes for abused women, right? And he does all these laughter yoga to cheer them up, to give them hope in life, and make them feel better, and help them heal in their process, all for free. Wonderful guy. Really, he's a blessing to this world. He should be called the laughter yoga angel. He's truly divine. And there are other versions by other people around the world. So now the next thing about laughter yoga, what are good reasons to do laughter yoga? 3 simple reasons. One is that in order to derive scientifically proven health benefits, we should practice it in a group, so that we need to laugh for at least 10 to 15 minutes continuously. Because when we laugh, as exercise, we can choose how long we laugh. We could go on like just now we did for 15 minutes. We could go on, right? And unfortunately, natural laughter, that means when you laugh when there is a comedy or a joke going on, it's just a few seconds and they don't last very long. It happens here and there sporadically and not enough to generate and sustain these physiological and biochemical changes in the body to help us. And the second thing we should have laughter yoga clubs to practice laughter together is that we can reap the health benefits of laughter, right? If laughter is done loud and deep, that means not just a little bit of giggling here and there, you know. Really laugh it out like what we did just now. Laughter has to be loud and deep, coming from the diaphragm. Let your diaphragm bounce up and down and make it healthy, hearty belly laughs. It may not be socially acceptable out on the street if you do that, walk down the street and then you start to laugh. But in an enclosed environment like this is a wonderful place to do it. It is safe, convenient. So maybe we should do this more often. I'll check my calendar whether I can come back next Saturday when you run your OPT. I will conduct a session for yourself and for the patients. We can do it, right? We can do it at the end maybe. Then I don't have to stay on the whole session. So I will do it towards the end so that the patients at the end will benefit and we will do a proper one. We just clear all the beds and then start it off. Maybe finish a little bit early, then we can do it, right? And finally, the third big reason why we should encourage the practice of laughter yoga in a place like this is that natural laughter is infrequent and sporadic. It depends on circumstances and we can't depend on it. In laughter yoga clubs, we are not leaving laughter to chance. We are doing it out of commitment, and this is a guaranteed way of getting health benefits from this laughter. Now, there's another additional benefit of laughter. Laughter improves short-term memory. Let's take a look. For many of us, this will be interesting.
Ever forget where you put your keys? Or maybe that one word is at the tip of your tongue, but you just can't remember it? Short-term memory loss can be a common occurrence, especially when we're stressed out. This is no laughing matter. Or is it?
Loma Linda University health researchers have found that when we're stressed, our cortisol levels increase. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and when it enters the hippocampus of our brain, it can damage neurons that are involved with learning and memory.
Dr. Gurinder Baines studied short-term memory in the elderly population by giving memory tests. The only difference between the two groups were that half of them watched a 20-minute funny video that made them laugh, as opposed to the non-humor group who just sat in the waiting room.
After the experiment, the humor group had significantly decreased cortisol levels compared to those who just sat and didn't watch a funny video.
As it turns out, short-term memory is a laughing matter.
When we laugh, the stress hormone cortisol decreases, and thus our short-term memory will improve.
If we can make ourselves more healthy as we take a whole person approach in that aspect, and we can decrease our stress levels, all of that can actually lead to a better quality of life.
Being able to look forward to doing something enjoyable also reduces stress.
If you're in a stressful situation, you can actually be thinking, oh, you know what, I'm going to be doing something fun with my family, I'm going to work out, it's going to relieve some stress. That can actually help cortisol levels and stress.
What are the tips for the day? Lower your stress levels by laughing more. You can watch comedies, socialize with friends, plan to do something you enjoy after work.
And for those who are grandparents, spend time with your grandkids. The little ones can always make us laugh.
There's your tip for the day on how you can live healthier longer.
So it's about health, happiness, and harmony. And the 6 major benefits, actually originally when I was trained as a laughter yoga teacher, they mentioned 5 general benefits, but I've added one more. First, it elevates mood, right? Laughter yoga can change your mood within a matter of minutes. And this can last all day long. I mean, you can feel good, and then the rest of the day, when you feel good, it makes you more cheerful, and you can do good things throughout the day. You're happier, when you do things with a bit of laughter in it. Second is health benefits. We've already talked a lot about that. So laughter yoga reduces stress and strengthens the immune system. And if your immune system is strong, you will not fall sick easily. And if you have chronic conditions, it will help to heal faster. Now, I want to point out at this point, what are the how do these health benefits come about? See, when you laugh, you are stimulating and activating your diaphragm. When your diaphragm is bouncing up and down, it is actually activating a set of nerves connected to the diaphragm. This set of nerves run throughout your body. It is called the vagus nerve. This vagus nerve actually controls a lot of your organs. And so the activation of the diaphragm stimulates the vagus nerve. And stimulating the vagus nerve sends signals to the brain to release a lot of good hormones. What are the good hormones? The first very powerful good hormone being released is endorphin. Right? Endorphin, as I mentioned earlier, endorphin is actually a natural painkiller, and one of the very powerful effects of endorphin is that it strengthens the immune system, and that's why it makes you healthier. But there is one side effect of endorphin which all the ladies would love. Endorphin makes your skin smoother. So the more you laugh, the more you release endorphin. Smiling does that too. And then your skin becomes smoother, like mine. And it is true. The more you laugh, the more endorphin comes out and makes your skin smoother.
So you got no wrinkles, huh?
Yeah, I'm 60-something already. Yeah, well, you too. You look good too, you see. So this is really good because this is endorphin. And endorphin can be released in massive doses when you laugh, in small doses when you smile. Smile, but laugh. Laugh more and laugh often. And then another very good hormone being released when we practice laughter yoga as a group, and very important, eyeball to eyeball relationship. When we see each other with the eyeball, it actually triggers the release of oxytocin. Oxytocin is actually the hormone of bonding, the empathy hormone. Some people call it the love hormone, but I think that's going a bit too far. I would call it the empathy hormone, the hormone of bonding. You feel closer to each other. This is why when you emotionally want to forgive someone, it actually releases oxytocin. So you forgive people more, you release more oxytocin, right? And that will help, that will help you. So oxytocin is helping you to bond with people, so you feel closer with the people around you. Now, the most powerful way oxytocin is released is when a mother picks up her baby. The moment a mother picks up her baby, that bonding is so powerful. The most powerful bond in the world is the bond between the mother and her baby. So when a mother picks up her baby, it actually triggers massive release of oxytocin. And in fact, oxytocin is responsible for causing the mother's lactation. That means the milk will begin to drip out of the nipples if the mother is at that stage where it's still feeding the baby. So it's really very helpful, right? And oxytocin again has a very powerful effect of strengthening and boosting the immune system. And when that happens, you become healthier. Another side effect of oxytocin, same as endorphin, is it also smoothens your skin. So these are very good reasons to laugh more. That's why you see people who laugh more and often, laughter causes the face to move a lot and yet smoother skin. Why? Because of oxytocin and endorphin. Simple as that. Right? Even though there's more action going on, you see, a person who is laughing, there's a lot of activity going on in the face and the cheek. But a person who is not laughing, static. But who is the one with the wrinkle? The one who does not release the endorphin. Then he gets the wrinkles, right? So, and the third thing about the third benefit about laughter yoga is productivity benefits. Some call it business benefits. Basically, our brain needs more oxygen for optimal performance. And laughter exercises easily increase the supply of oxygen to our body and our brain. And this helps to improve the efficiency and the performance of our work. It can also help you do your job in OPT. And you will feel more energetic and can work more effectively than you normally do without getting tired or lethargic. And the fourth benefit is social benefits. We have tried it out. We know the quality of life depends upon the quality of our relationships. I mean, that is a known given. If we have good relationship with the people around us, we have a happier life. If we have a terrible relationship with the people around us, we have a very sorrowful life. Everybody knows that. And laughter is a great connector of people, and it brings a lot of people together feeling good and sharing and caring, and it promotes fellowship and a sense of belonging, right? And number 5, you can laugh through challenges, because anyone can laugh when times are good. When times are good, right, we can laugh easily, but actually if you learn how to laugh, it provides strength and confidence in adversity when you're going through difficult times, and it helps you cope with the difficulties. Now, I want to point out to you a very famous motivational guru once said this. Listen to this. He said that happiness can be the source of your laughter. We all know that, right? And when we are happy, we laugh, right? So happiness can be the source of your laughter, but he also said, but sometimes your laughter can be the source of your happiness. Which means when you laugh, you feel happy. You don't need a reason, right? Let me try this experiment here right now. Before I do that, who do you think is the motivational guru who said that? Okay, now let's try this experiment out. Put down your things. I want now you to focus on one thought in your mind. Either this morning or yesterday or the past few days, something happened in your life that made you upset, made you angry, made you unhappy. I want you to just think about that for a moment. You see, I see so many frowns, so many unhappy faces. Okay, freeze it there. Now I want you to open your eyes, look at me. I want you to spend the next 30 seconds, just look at me and pay attention to me. Now I see so many people smiling, right? So many people smiling. A few of you are starting to giggle, and a couple of you already started laughing. You see? Because it's so contagious, and we don't even need a reason. So laughter can be the source of your happiness. Simple as that. See, you're all still smiling. It's wonderful. And for those of you who are not smiling, smile. Okay. And finally, I added this. It's a very important thing which I think was not well mentioned, but it deserves strong mention. Spiritual benefits. It promotes selfless interaction. Right? It forges people bonding and produces humility, humbleness, a sense of humbleness. It breaks down inhibitions and reduces judgment. During the whole time people are enjoying laughter yoga, nobody is judging anyone. Right? And it cultivates attention and awareness, which is mindfulness, and finally living in the moment. So these are additional benefits which I think should be strongly emphasized. So I would call this the sixth category of benefits in laughter yoga, the spiritual benefits. So I hope Dr. Madan Kataria will pay attention to this and add this on in the future documentations, in the future training manuals of laughter yoga. And that is my contribution. Dr. Madan Kataria, pay attention. It's on the video. I'm going to send it to him. Okay? So finally, there are also other benefits for seniors. Right? And I think more than half of you fall into that category. It adds more laughter to life, something to look forward to. It promotes physical health, strengthens the body immune system, and it supports good mental health and lessen the risk of aging diseases. By the way, I'll talk about aging diseases in a moment. Okay, increased social connection or connectedness, fellowship, and sense of belonging for the elderly. If elderly people got together in the old folks' home, they carry out laughter yoga and so on. Maybe as one of the side projects, we can form a small team of people who learn how to facilitate it, and then we will go to old folks' home and start doing a little bit of laughter yoga for them as part of the humanitarian project. Right? And laughter yoga adds to longevity. Purposeful life activity makes us, there's purpose in life, it makes us live longer. Now, lessen the risk of aging disease. I want to point out this very importantly. You see, when we practice laughter yoga in a group, not only do we produce endorphin and oxytocin, that exercise also helps to release a lot of dopamine. And it is proven that a deficiency in dopamine can lead to Parkinson's disease. That is proven. That is a given. There's no dispute over that. That Parkinson's disease, people who suffer from Parkinson's disease suffer from a deficiency of dopamine. And dopamine has been used to help them heal, producing more. When they're able to produce more dopamine, they heal faster from Parkinson's disease or slow down the effects of Parkinson's disease. They also now start to find connection between the release of serotonin and how it affects Alzheimer's disease. Serotonin, deficiency in serotonin causing people to feel depressive. That is proven. So deficiency in serotonin is one of the causes of depressive moods, feeling depressive moods. But they are now finding the connection that deficiency in serotonin could also increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. So if you want to free yourself from aging diseases, learn to laugh more, learn to do more exercises. And I'm happy to point out that getting involved with OPT itself can help you release a lot of dopamine and serotonin. But we can do more, right? With more laughter yoga. So all of you, congratulations, you're already doing well. Joining OPT itself, you are already, as you age, you're already releasing a lot of dopamine and serotonin. You are reducing the risk of Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And laughter yoga can be beneficial to children also. It promotes healthy emotional development, increase the academic performance, builds physical stamina for the kids, it develops self-confidence, enhance the creativity. So now let's take a look at what is a laughter yoga session made of. You have already experienced it, now let's take a look at the theory behind it.
What happens in a laughter yoga session? There are 4 steps to laughter yoga. Step number 1 is clapping, where we clap and chant ho ho ha ha ha. And these exercises help us to reduce our inhibitions and shyness and help us to laugh for no reason, and which eventually turns into genuine laughter as a part of the group dynamic. And we are doing this exercise ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha ha. And while chanting ho ho ha ha, we keep moving and interacting with different group members and look into their eyes. It helps us to reduce our inhibitions and shyness. It's kind of a warming up exercise. Step number 2 is breathing. So in between different laughter exercises, we take long deep breaths which help us to bring more oxygen to our body and brain, and that has many health benefits. And normally we do deep breathing just bending at the waist and dangle your arms like this, and when you take a long deep breath, then you raise your arms up in the sky and bend a little backwards, and then you breathe out. Ah. So this is a common way of breathing practice in between laughter exercises. Inhale, stretch, and inhale, stretch, and
So laughter yoga, actually there are 4 steps, and we have already tried them out. First is the clapping and the warming up, and we've learned how to clap, and then we go ho ho ha ha ha, and that is the laughter yoga mantra. Next is this deep breathing exercise that we have already done. There are also a few other breathing exercises we will do in a moment. We will do the humming. There is a humming breathing exercise. And then the childlike playfulness. Remember we say very good, yay, and all that. And finally the exercises that we were doing. This the apology, the namaste, and the forgiveness, right? So all that. Now let's take a look at what Dr. Madan Kataria is saying about the remaining steps.
And then the 3rd step we have in laughter yoga is childlike playfulness. Now, in order to convert our laughter exercises into spontaneous and real laughter, we have several childlike playful exercises. And one of the things we do is childlike cheers, which we intersperse between different laughter exercises. And this is how we go. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! And the 4th step is laughter yoga exercises. So we have several exercises all over the world, different countries, different cultures, they have made up their own exercises. But over the last 20 years, there are some exercises which are evergreen. People love it, they enjoy it all the time, and we have selected 40 exercises out of them which are very popular universally, not only one country, that's why we call 40 foundation exercises. Today I'm going to demonstrate new revised version of 40 foundation exercises which are popular all over the world. We had the earlier version, so this is actually the upgrade to the last version of 40 foundation exercises. So the first exercise in laughter yoga is always the greeting laughter. Since laughter yoga originated from India, we always do namaste laughter, and we look into the eyes and just laugh. So like that, different countries, different cultures, they can find their own way of greeting, like Chinese greeting, Japanese greeting, or Western way of greeting.
So, all right. So I thank you very much for coming. So let's try out the laughter yoga now. Thank you very much.